What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Been a while, I understand that. Shout out to the content creators that make 2 or more videos a week. It's hard. It takes a lot of dedication, takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of editing. Apologize for the hiatus, but I am back and I will be dropping videos, probably not as consistently as I did in days of old when I was a full-time eBay seller. This time is stretched a little thinner now, being I have a full-time job. But we're going to talk about today that sports cards are only worth what someone is willing to pay. If you've been around the hobby any length of time, you've heard that. You've heard, well, how much is a card worth? And then someone will comment and they'll say, it's worth what someone's willing to pay.
They were right.
That is the 100% correct answer, and today we're going to look at why that is and why, just in general. Listen, this doesn't apply only to sports cards. This applies to collectibles. They are someone's disposable income that goes into them. They're not really investments per se. You know, some of the legends of the sport, you know, some rare Michael Jordan or some rare Kobe Bryant, some rare Babe Ruth or Mickey Mantle, Wayne Gretzky. Yes, it's going to be worth a lot. It's going to be not worth. Again, I dislike that word being used. Someone is willing to pay a lot more money for those legends of the game. So this comes up quite a bit. I have actually honestly deleted all of my social media apps just for a period here. I just wanted to really kind of get into it. I wanted to get a lot of things in order in my own personal life, and it's just a distraction. So even YouTube can be at times, but I think YouTube can be a lot more useful to a lot of people because you can get long form, information from YouTube, where on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, it's all, people showing the best, not the worst. They're not giving pros and cons. They're only giving you the highlights. So
it's fake.
So I deleted all those because I want to be able to think through things clearly, see things clearly. So they're gone off my phone. I will log on my computer sometimes, but off my phone, so I'm not getting notifications. Anyway, that's too much information you don't care about, but consider doing it. Live a little bit. Spend some time with your family. Spend some time with your wife. Spend some time with some loved ones, friends. Get out. Smell some roses. Take a walk.
Go for a nature walk.
That's what I'm doing. I actually also started keto diet, and I'm feeling really good. I'm trying to lose quite a bit of weight as well. So stay tuned. I might spin up another channel for that, but we'll see how that goes. When you compare sports cards to, let's say, we're looking at it in comparison to stocks or ETFs or indexes. I'm familiar with those. They are companies, large companies that are public, are formed, and then they have stocks or shares that you can buy of those companies. The reason they become investments is because you're essentially investing into a company, a known entity that you can go into the books. You can see their public information, their public earnings, their public revenue, their public losses, their public everything. It's all public. It's all public information, and it's almost stat driven. I mean, sports are stat driven, right? But day to day, one player can get hurt and get games over. Well, companies don't really just fall out like that. I mean, there's some things that affect a stock or a company. The general overall economy affects them. But here's the big thing, okay? So taking, for instance, like Apple stock, Apple stock approaching $3 billion market cap. Here's the deal. Apple stock trades hands on average, has an average daily volume of over 50 million. So that means the shares traded 50 million or so times per day. That's going into, 401ks and indexes and ETFs and all the different things. In other words, I'm telling you right now, sports cards, let's just look at like Tom Brady, like his rookie in a PSA 8 grade. Near mint PSA, a graded Bowman Tom Brady. Not the Bowman Chrome, the Bowman. There's quite a few more of those out there. There's a lot of that inventory. Not totally saturated, but there's enough of them where there's activity. There's sales a little bit more frequently. But here's the thing I want you to know. Sports cards actually do not get sold nothing like a stock, obviously. And the Tom Brady Bowman rookie in a PSA 8, just in general, probably only sells 20 times a month. I actually was going to do like pull the screen up and show you, but it's just not worth it. If you want to take the time, go out and do that. Take a look. Find a card that you call liquid in the hobby. In other words, you would think it's traded or transacted a lot. A lot of times, it's not even traded one time a day. It's not even sold one time a day. It's sold, maybe 15 times in a month. Base card rookies graded, 8, 9, or 10, something like that. So that's something to think about. Like, so you're talking about you're betting the value, and like Tom Brady PSA 8, for instance. Some days it'll sell for 600, some days 1,000. It just depends on that day. What's the theme here? What someone is willing to pay for that card. Was the person who bought it at 600 right, or the person at 1,000 within the same month? He's not playing anymore. It's no longer based on his performance. So it's just based on what someone is willing to pay. So you got to grab a hold of this, and I think this will help some of you all also sell more cards when you're listing them and fielding offers on cards on eBay or in person at shows. Once you get a hold of this, you'll sell more cards because you won't be trying to hold on to them so tight. And you might not want to just try to buy single cards. I think that's another big issue with a lot of people when they buy just singles and they're trying to make money and sell single cards. You might have paid what you thought was pretty fair, even whatever like say whatever you guys who made the transaction when you bought that card thought like $100 was a good price and you got it for 80. And you thought, oh, well, you know what? I got a pretty good deal on it. Well, guess what? You trying to then sell that card, you're going to be going up against what the next person is willing to pay for it. And that's it. It's really simple. Sports cards, collectibles in general is simple on what they're worth. They're worth what someone's willing to pay for them. So when it comes to the term comps, most people just say comps and they just hear it. So they're just by osmosis begin to talk about them. Yeah, comps are, and they know how to go on eBay, see the sold listings, figure out what it has sold for the last week or two within a recent time frame, and they say, well, this card is worth $150 because it's sold on eBay for $150.
Y'all some sheep. Y'all sheep.
Could have been some dummy or some super fan was willing to pay $150 for that card, but no one else on the face of the planet is willing to pay that. It does also work when you're talking about cards maybe selling for more. It's typically a supply-demand thing. If the demand is greater than the supply available of a card, then typically they will sell above what the last sales of those cards were. Or if it is a highly coveted player, as Shohei Ohtani began to show much more promise and looks like he might be the best player in all of baseball, his cards started selling for more. People were willing to pay more. They're not worth more. They could, in the off season, it'll fall right off again, and same cycle, rinse, recycle, repeat, right? So, but this is it. That's it. And when it comes down to it, someone's willing to pay what they're willing to pay for a card. So if someone sends you a 50% offer on a card, it might be they might not be actually trying to offend you, and they might not be trying to lowball you. They might just be looking across the range of prices of cards that you haven't looked at of that player or that set and said, you know what? I mean, most people are only paying 50%, and you've got it listed for 50% over what others are paying. So I'd be willing to pay kind of like what the range of comparable values are, but I'm not going to pay what you're listing it at, $100. So if someone comes at you with an offer of 50%, maybe take it, because you might not ever get another offer again. Then again, someone might just check right out, $100 and pick up that card for the price you got it listed for. But don't be offended when someone sends you an offer lower than you expect, or lower than you think a card should sell at. So, but I have been back listing lots of singles through Car Dealer Pro, which if you haven't already signed up for Car Dealer Pro, consider it. I am partnered with them. Have a promo code. If you with them, if you use it, you get 500 free scans. Promo code is JMAC, And it's when you sign up for a paid account, you'll get 500 additional free scans to what you get. And also, if you're interested in some of these scanners that I use, I have fired up the FI 8170 Ricoh scanner, and it is my primary go-to now. It's what I'm using on a regular basis. I am going to be doing a video coming up soon on the SV600, which is an overhead scanner that I use to scan slabs and stuff in like one touches, a little bit higher end stuff. I use that to scan those items. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you'll get a notification if you have notifications turned on when that video drops. So appreciate it, and the channel's continue to grow. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate folks are still dropping, niceties over on eBay through messages or dropping comments on the video. All of that's much appreciated. And, like I said, I'm gonna do my best to drop videos when I can. But that's all I got till next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, deuces.